For the last 20 years or so, we've lived in a world dominated by apps. But here's the thing, that world is ending, and a new, incredibly high-stakes conflict is just getting started. A battle that's going to define our entire relationship with technology for decades to come. Welcome to the AI Platform Wars.
Think about it. That whole model of you having to jump between a dozen different apps on your phone just to get one simple thing done? Yeah, that era is over. It's being systematically taken apart by a new paradigm, one that's way more powerful.
And in its place, a new war has begun. But this isn't a fight for control over your phone's home screen. No, it's for something much, much more fundamental. This is a fight for the future of how we interact with the digital world itself.
We're stepping into what people are calling the post-app economy. It's a world where these smart, autonomous AI agents, not apps, are going to be the main way we do things. They'll act on our behalf, figuring out our goals and then navigating the entire digital world for us.
And the stakes here, honestly, they could not be higher. The winner of this war doesn't just own the next big platform. They get to control the intent layer of the global economy. They become the gatekeeper that translates what you want into a completed transaction.
So before we meet the titans clashing in this new war, we really need to get the lay of the land. Because the weapons, the technology, the very ground they're fighting on, it has all fundamentally changed.
At the heart of this whole revolution is the AI agent. And look, this is not just some passive app that sits there waiting for you to tap on it. An agent is an active system. It perceives its environment, it makes decisions, and it takes action, all on its own to achieve a goal that you've given it.
And this slide just perfectly nails the huge engineering shift we're talking about. See, traditional software is deterministic. If you do X, Y will always happen. It's all coded with predictable logic. But AI applications? They're probabilistic. They're trained on mountains of data to make statistically likely predictions, which means their behavior isn't always 100% predictable. It is a completely new way of building technology.
So here's the crucial point. The entire tech stack has been flipped upside down. Foundation models like GPT-4, they're the new CPUs, the raw brain power. Data? Well, that's the fuel that makes them run. And the most valuable asset a company can have is no longer its apps code, but its AI factory. That whole pipeline of data and infrastructure used to produce actual intelligence.
Okay, now that we understand the battlefield, let's meet the contenders. The familiar titans of tech are all here, but they are deploying vastly different strategies to try and win this war. First up, Apple. With their classic walled garden 2.0 strategy. No surprise there. They're leveraging that massive hardware ecosystem to offer Apple Intelligence that's private and personal, processing data directly on your device. Their strength is that incredible vertically integrated ecosystem. Their weakness? They're widely seen as playing catch-up on the core AI models themselves.
Then there's Google. They're chasing a vision of ambient intelligence. The goal is to weave their Gemini AI into the very fabric of your life through Search, Android, and Chrome. Their biggest advantage is obvious: unparalleled access to data and distribution. The challenge, however, is a huge internal conflict. Their ad-based business model is directly threatened by an AI that just gives you direct answers instead of a list of links.
Microsoft, meanwhile, was playing an enterprise-first game with the intelligence engine. Their whole focus is making Copilot the indispensable partner for every single knowledge worker by embedding it deep into Windows and Office 365. Their key advantage is their deep entrenchment in the corporate world. The risk? A heavy strategic dependency on their partner, OpenAI, for the most advanced models.
Amazon's strategy is fascinating. They're playing the arms dealer. Through AWS, they want to provide the foundational infrastructure, the compute, the data services, the tools, for everyone else, and that includes their direct rivals. The strength is the sheer dominance of AWS. The weakness is that it's a derivative strategy. They need others to succeed, since they lack a major consumer OS of their own.
Now for the insurgents, we're talking about the AI-native labs like OpenAI and Anthropic. Their strategy is pure technological supremacy. The bet is that the best, most capable AI model will become an indispensable utility that everyone is forced to license. Their strength is their brand as the frontier leader. Their critical weakness? They have no native distribution channels of their own.
And finally, we have Meta, attempting the open gambit. They're trying to disrupt the entire game by open sourcing their powerful LLaMA models. The goal here is to commoditize the intelligence layer, preventing any single rival from creating a monopoly. Their strength is their leadership in open source AI and massive user data. Their weakness remains a business model that's still almost entirely dependent on advertising.
So here, all on one slide, we can see the entire strategic landscape. Just notice the different bets being placed. Apple is betting on hardware and privacy, Google on data and integration, Microsoft on the enterprise, Amazon on infrastructure, OpenAI on pure tech, and Meta on open source. Who do you think has the strongest position?
This technological shift isn't just creating new competitors, it is completely rewriting the rules of business. Seriously, the playbooks that defined the last decade are now pretty much obsolete.
This is one of the most important changes to wrap your head around. In the old world, businesses fought to be discovered in the App Store. In the new world, they will fight for intent routing. It's no longer about you finding an app, it's about an AI agent finding a service on your behalf. The new gatekeepers are the algorithms that route your intent.
Let's walk through a quick example. You tell your agent, plan a weekend trip to Napa Valley. The agent deconstructs that big goal into subtasks. Find flights, book a hotel, reserve a table. Then it routes each little task to the best specialized service API to get it done. You never open an app, you just have a conversation.
So, where does this all lead? What will the world actually look like in the 2030s, once the dust settles from these platform wars? Let's explore a few potential outcomes.
Broadly, we can see three possible futures. A duopoly, sort of an agentic Cold War between two massive integrated ecosystems, a super platform where one company achieves a complete winner-take-all monopoly, or a fragmented federation, a more decentralized world powered by open-source models and interoperable standards.
But there is a huge wildcard, a hard physical constraint. Training and running these massive AI models requires an almost unbelievable amount of electricity. The battle for AI dominance may not be won by the best algorithm, but by the company or even the country that can secure enough energy to power it. The race for AI is also a race for power.
Which brings us to the final, and maybe most crucial point. As these platforms all fight for control, the ultimate decision comes down to you. These agents will manage your calendar, your finances, your life. They will be the narrators of your digital self. So the most important question isn't just who will win, but who will you trust to be your agent?